the background. Facebook doesn't like us again, but whatever. Such is life.
It says we're live.
Do you want me to check?
I got a little alert that said that we're having trouble streaming to Facebook, but honestly, not even really worrying. I can't say words.
What the what?
I'm going to go pop on over and just look at it because it's fun, but...
Hi, friends!
Welcome to Probability of Demise. We are clicking through our little things. Hey, everybody! I'm Rurik, and you're listening to Probability of Demise. We're a group of storytellers who use Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition to provide rules and structure to Atland, a world of our own making. Atland exists on a version of Earth thousands of years into the future, an octo-polar planet, aka compasses don't work, whose residents barely remember the natural and man-made disasters that once left their world nearly uninhabitable. This is a world far different from the one you know today, a world of new magics and ancient spells, young gods and primordial deities. Thank you for coming with us as we explore it together. Now we're going to go ahead and do some character introductions of the awesome cast of Probability of Demise, including, and I want to start us off backwards, our volunteer sacrifice, our guest of honor. Sorry.
You pronounced it slightly wrong. It's
Our guest of honor, Darth Vader.
Andy Fan.
hello.
Woo!
And you're playing
Hi,
Veritor.
I am playing Veritar, a 6'5", 300-pound Dragonborn who has joined the party for a little while to exact some revenge on my parents, so to speak.
Yeah. Some mommy daddy issues.
A little bit.
And then we have Jess,
Me!
who plays...
Hello, I play Tanzanite, a well-to-do, high-positioned born elf who is just, trying to figure out what it means to, be the goddess of death and, what the heck that means.
Beautiful. And then we have Jason.
Hello. Hi. I'm trying to figure out the Facebook thing, but I play Asher. Asher is a poet and
Who knows it?
a super cool master of a bard guild that I still haven't named because I'm irresponsible and lazy. And also, hi. That's all I got. He likes haikus. The end.
I love it. Like, just before we go to our final cast member, I love the idea that you have been struggling in character with naming this group.
Doesn't come up.
Larissa is our final and furriest member of the crew, which still doesn't have a name, does it? I don't think you decided to name yourselves.
It's
though.
not a priority.
Giant flying lizards are much more...
Yeah, the shit keeps happening. We don't really have a lot of downtime. And when we do, it's 5 years worth of, or 8 years or however much time that we weren't involved with the missing of.
Well, it wasn't downtime. It was just you out of the way.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is it was downtime, but it wasn't really downtime.
Yeah, for now on, when that thing happens, you all roll in for it because I just can't handle it. Whew. But Larissa plays...
I play Trixie, an anthropomorphic red squirrel who is rumored to be a pirate queen, but is in fact not, because the rest of her companions believe it is funny to make up rumors about her and feed them to the god of rumors. And she's not salty about it one bit.
So Pirate Captain Trixie, inspirational poet laureate Asher, and deadly deathlessness Tanzanite have been spending some time with Parental Unit Issues Veritar recently underground. So what we have going on before we jump there is, first, any announcements?
Yes. Melodia Women's Chorus of New York City. It has a concert coming up in November on the 19th, 20th. Hang on. And we will be doing pieces that will kind of bring you through the experience of early fall into winter. Come on. It is it is called A Winter's Welcome. It is Sunday, November 20th at 4 p.m. at the Church of the Holy Apostles in Chelsea, NYC. You can get your tickets at melodiawomen'schoirnyc.org, and you click on the In Concert tab. Let's see if there's any. There will also be a
when you show up, they just grab you and whitewash you in the snow, and they're like, "Winter's welcome, bitch," and then like,
Welcome to the cold.
And the description for the concert is: invoke the exquisite transition from fall to winter with a concert of music and poetry depicting the beautiful foliage, the mellow and melancholy, and the beautiful moments of frost and festivity. Poetry readings are performed by a cast of NYC actors, including Abigail Ramsey, Christiane Griert, and others, and are accompanied by works for treble voices. Selections for the evening include poems by Maggie Dietz, William Shakespeare, and Robert Frost, as well as compositions by Mel Boni, Katerina Guimon, Sarah Cartel, Michael McGlynn, John Rutter, and Barry Manilow.
That's quite the setup.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're in the NYC area or not, and you're just jet set enough to do it, make sure you get a ticket.
There will be a live stream of the concert broadcast on December 17th via YouTube.
Wait, you're doing it which nights?
We're recording it on November 20th, and then they're going to broadcast it, do a live broadcast.
Live party stream.
Yes, on December 17th.
The launch party's at your apartment, Rory. Didn't you know?
It's a little small. We'll have to go down to the community room. Awesome. Okay, that's amazing. So now we're on to our word of the day.
Wait. Another announcement. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yes.
We missed it. We
was-
don't go live on that day, so we missed it. But
Yeah, it was.
about a week ago.
Yeah,
It was on Monday.
This year, it was a day before my birthday, which I actually really appreciated because give me more time to do some fun things and celebrate with some people that I really love here locally that I haven't seen in years, who are from some of our Indigenous communities and have always said, "Hey, it's right around your birthday. We should go celebrate at a couple of these events that we're having," and never was able to. And this time I got to go. Which was fun.
Awesome.
If you want to know why our Facebook stream isn't working, I can explain it. It's related.
We are just.
If you get into a fuck Christopher Columbus conversation and racist people report you, then you can't go live on Facebook for 30 days. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah. So, by the way, fuck Christopher Columbus.
Yeah, fuck Christopher Columbus. This is my stream. Can't fly from here.
Mm-hmm. And if we lose here, we'll switch to LinkedIn. If we lose there, we'll switch to.
There's plenty of
We're
places.
stream on LinkedIn. Yeah, that'd be great.
That's
definitely where our audience lives. Is right on
LinkedIn. That would be so epically awesome.
Business and dragons.
Oh my god.
Business and dragon.
That
we're really,
is our
we're really gonna have
next-
to focus on Trixie's potion business if we go to LinkedIn. It's what the whole thing is about from here on.
We'll do a Ravnica inspired campaign next, and we'll just run it on LinkedIn as well. Oh god. So I think that takes us through any more announcements before we switch to the word of the day.
Word of the day.
Word
of the day.
Word of the day. Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta make it tell it to me in my ear so I say it right. One more time. Listen to it one more time.
Penelope.
Okay.
The
The word of the day is. Wait, I'll have to listen to it again.
Stop, Rick. Be nice.
All right, so The word of the day is mercurial, which
Ooh.
means changing moods quickly and often. It's used, if someone can change their mood from being happy to angry to upset in a quick or unexpected way.
You mean a DM when they're switching characters?
Yes.
Doesn't it also mean just like full of mercury?
I think it does actually. Yeah, there were several options, like depending
Nice.
on usage.
Check out my thermometer; it's very mercurial.
Yes.
Mm.
That was actually really impressive, Jason.
That was good. All right, and so we are going to be skipping because we're doing a short episode today, and we're going to do a pre-recorded short episode for next week. We're going to be skipping the roll for commercial this
Rory
time.
doesn't want to DM from a plane.
Honestly, I
Wait,
do.
wait.
They just
Can we still roll just to see who it would have been? It won't count. It won't count. I'm just curious.
okay, fine. I like rolling dice. Wouldn't have
Do
been.
you want to
me.
roll? Wait, do you want to roll and pick a thing, and I'll write one and record it for TikTok?
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I got an 11.
I got a straight up 10.
13.
15.
Yay!
Jace?
I'm the writer and performer for TikTok. I'm not.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did roll a 5, but I realized as I was doing it that I didn't actually
Also
have to roll.
happened
Oh.
to roll the lowest.
Well, then that worked out then.
So, wait, who
Jessica.
has to? Jess. Jess
What?
has to.
Just
offer the-
what?
You offer the topic.
The commercial.
Oh. I thought it was, let's see.
I think the low person ends up having to do the commercial.
Right.
The high
That's what
person
it
gets to
is.
pick
The
topic.
topic is decorative push pins.
Oh.
So like thumbtacks, to like go into the wall, but it's its
Oh.
own little art piece.
Do you have a
Yeah.
bulletin board next to your computer?
Possibly.
Not
Not a
I love-
bulletin board.
I love you so much.
It's not a bulletin board. It's just 2 pieces of paper from one of our old campaigns, and they're 2 beautiful. What are they called? Job postings that Rurik made.
Oh.
See if I can do like a little. Oh, it's blurry. You can't really see it. But
yeah.
I can see what they look like. Oh.
Yeah. When you get to be in person, you get to make all sorts of fun artifacts for people, and it's a blast.
Or you make a bunch of middies that you never end up using it. They get mad at your players.
I mean, I'm actually gonna. Never mind. We'll talk about that later. But I'm
I
gonna.
did just see that meme, and it was Bilbo with the ring, and then it says, "Why not?" And then the second frame was, "Why not just write a bunch of lore for my campaign that my characters will never see?"
But yeah, so that's it. And I use decorative, like thumbtacks for those.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
that's the thing.
All right. So now it's a real roll, and this is the roll for the recap.
Please don't be me.
And this is the
I'm
lowest,
totally
right?
safe.
The lower?
Yes.
Yep.
The low.
Okay.
I just rolled a nat 20, so y'all just stole one of my nat 20s for future murder, but I'm safe. Ooh, I like this dice. It looks really pretty. I don't know if I can even show it, but yeah.
Ooh.
Very
That is nice.
Green and gold?
It shifts between green, gold, and purple, depending on which angle you get. Oh, it heats up when I touch it.
Yeah, because it's metal.
No, it changes color when I heat it up.
Oh.
And it refracts. It's like a mood ring dice. Oh my god, that makes me really excited. Put that one away for later.
Cool.
All right. So what did you
14.
get? 14 for Larissa's.
15.
15.
13.
Whoa, Jason.
17.
Oh.
How does Jason get it twice in a row?
I will try to help fill in the
Rourke,
gap.
I think you had it last time, actually. I think I was a time before that.
Oh no, yeah, well,
Yeah.
it was me
You
last
did,
time.
yeah.
So no
I have
worries.
a couple little random things that I can throw in as well.
Okay.
Good, because all I remember is the town was attacked, big hole in the ground, and then we went in the hole, and then we decided there was a couple hundred dudes down there. We came back, and the not dwarves from the town sent in their huge not Battle of the Five Armies army, and
Trixie was not happy.
Trixie thought they were all going to die, but they didn't. And then Trixie healed a bunch of people, and then became very popular again for being a healer. And then
She fundamentally changed everything.
We went
Dwarves
to
now the not dwarves.
Oh wait, before that,
respect.
right? Before that, we went to the town council. Right, that was before. We went the whole So we went to the town council, and then like we learned a lot of things about like Veritor learned that we learned that Veritor's parents are Tiamat and Bahamut.
Yeah, Tiamat's a girl, first off, and his mom.
Right. And then I accepted the mission to go check out the hole. Trixie did something with something about hair gel with the dwarf with the beard, the hair gel for his beard, and then he went to, like style your hair. And then Jess, I don't remember what you did in that meeting. Like we all had like a one-on-one with somebody from the town council. I think Veritor was like offered some sort of leadership role in the town or something. I can't remember exactly.
Well, Veritar basically, if you don't mind me jumping in, was basically lobbying for Bahamut to be killed, and Tiamat said, if that happens, then you need to take...
Other way around.
Sorry.
Yeah.
One would need to be killed, and the other would, whoever was killed, then he would have to take their place.
Take up that mantle.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I really need to have the pictures of them up because I can't remember who's who.
Jess did some god stuff, I think, in that meeting. I don't remember. The new
Jess, do you remember what you saw, Jess? Maybe not. That's okay.
This was where the whole I was introduced to like the 7 inconveniences, that thing. Yeah. So
and I think, although I may not have been clear about it because I was rushing near the end and I was also tired, I think you're aware that there were 6 of the 7 inconveniences, and when Veritor joined, he was indicated as being the 7th.
Yes, and that was possibly that bracelet he was given, maybe.
How inconvenient.
That's just a fashion statement to make me look better.
Yes. So I think that's
So meeting inspected hole, army went down. They used the hole to like expand the village because they were going to do that anyway. So they were like shoring up all the tunnels, and they're going to like start building down there. I think that was pretty much where we ended.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
like I think we went to bed there, and that was it.
Taking care of some folks, make sure people are healthy.
Oh, someone still owes me a gun, and I still have to fix the portal.
Yeah.
Yes,
and I still need my crown.
Yes.
There are still some purchases outstanding. And what I'll say is that it's late afternoon when you awake, although who can tell under here, because it is an underground space, an underground city. And whether you spent late into the night working a bit more to take care of the injured, which was pretty interesting in itself, or if you just took the night off and went sleeping, if you stayed up all night angsty about who and what was coming next, it's all up to you. But just really quickly, we'll go around. Trixie, what would you have done over the night before waking up? And we'll call it waking up. You will all have a long rest regardless of what you get up to in the night, because there is nothing that active you can do, really. The town is dead. But what would you have done as that battle wound down?
Attuned
Yes.
to my new weapon.
Yes. And if you can, go ahead and click attunement for it. And then just because this is me here, click the attunement and then go look at the bonus. Then unclick the attunement and then go look at the bonus. Then go click the attunement and go back and forth a few times just for fun.
Okay. Okay, wait. So you mean bonus in terms of like what the hit DC hit is? Okay.
It's a very fun thing. Just
That's
feel
nice.
that,
That's generous.
that's a thing.
Let's phrase it this way to the rest of the group. It's equal to what Vitalini's stealth modifier was. So
If she misses, you know something really bad has happened.
yeah, I probably rolled a 5 or lower. Woo.
Okay, and so you would have spent some time attuning to that. Would you have spent any more time in the kind of triage area?
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have monitored the more
Sewing legs
severe.
back on and stuff.
Yeah. This is why I couldn't be a vet. Monitoring, like just kind of checking in on any of the more severely injured throughout the night, making sure that they're stable and, helping if anybody wanted to get healed a little, or not get healed, but get, I can't think of the word, training.
Could you just roll me a really quick, we're going to call it a wisdom check, just a regular old wisdom check.
Okay.
Just to see what you pick up over the night of both supporting people and also what you may overhear and not overhear and things like that.
Not a lot. I'm tired. It was a 9.
Okay. I think at most you hear that, or you get the sense that underground operations are their specialty, and that they've been working on this forever. And I think the one other thing you get is that they're mostly concerned about the things that they can't, the above ground issues. This is their strength, but everything up above is an extreme weakness and concern. Asher, what do you get up to over the night, or do you just like?
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna rest for a long period.
All right.
Yeah, I don't. I think the gun. She said 24 hours, so that's not done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna chill out and rest, like near the base camp or whatever around the hold, and make sure they don't need anything from us. But I'll crash out. I think we like claimed a building or something, or a storefront near there.
Yeah. I think you've pretty much at this point, I would say that you've commandeered the cider shop's front end.
Okay.
And there's a little above the portico space that's actually an enclosed space as well. So if anybody needed it to be inside to feel comfortable. But I'm pretty sure the cider shop owner wants you to be present. They find you to be a valuable resource for the
we're getting
safety
free
of
cider.
their space. Or the mead, I guess, too, because that's what it all started with.
That delicious mead from that great apiary.
You know it.
Veritor, what do you get up to overnight? You've kind of been hit with a couple of things recently, with some people.
Yes, I am going to seek out Jill from the shop and see if she can tell me anything about this new bracelet that has been slapped upon my wrist.
Okay, so yes, you're not going to the jeweler. Oops, smacked this microphone around. You're going to the blacksmith.
Correct, because she seems to have, I trust her, and she seems to have some magical knowledge.
Now in my head, like the bracelet is one of those slap bracelets from middle school. Like,
Yeah, go ahead. And so you go and talk with her. And since the two of you are working together, what I'm going to do is I'm going to either say that you get to have advantage on the roll, or you're going to give her advantage on the roll. But the roll is going to be for Arcana.
I will give her the advantage.
Okay, so I'm going to roll for her unless you want to roll for her.
You can, that's fine.
Okay, she has a +4. No, and she rolled a natural 20.
Hey!
So now I want you to roll an insight check.
Insight, okay.
Because you're watching this person whose eyes just suddenly went wide.
That is a 15 plus 2 for 17.
17, okay. You watch as she's looking at this bracelet. Her eyes go wide. Her breath gets shallow. And her eyes dart ever so slightly and quickly to the names that are behind her on the shop, the names of the shop, the proprietors, the as yet unseen proprietors of this space, before her gaze settles back on that again. So this is, wow, you have membership into something that's pretty impressive. You and seeing your face, and as you kind of tilt your head with a bit of a askance look, and you don't know what this means.
Not fully.
Your life is tied to some being and also to some others. And as she says this, she points to one symbol that could be centered on the bracelet, but is kind of off at this moment while she's been manipulating it and fidgeting with it on your wrist. It's a pentagram. But looking at it, you don't recognize this as a pentagram at all.
Okay.
And she says to you, it's inverted. And this is the being that you're tied to. And then these 6 are the ones who you have as... I don't understand this fully, but there's something connecting you. And then she points at the wrist, the inside of the wrist, and she points to something carved just on the inside. And it looks like someone inlaid the bracelet with a little tiny bit of platinum. And your blood sings to this. So at a guess, I'd say that this is a really special tool, and it is full of divine magics.
Thank you.
You could probably pull on those divine magics. It looks like 6 times to change your fate. Mechanically, this is a ring of advantage, and you have 6 opportunities to utilize it. With this additional information and a little bit of what more she shares with you, you realize that there's also the possibility of those being restored, those 6 opportunities being restored, with the destruction of the being that it was designed to destroy.
Okay.
So it's pretty heavy duty stuff.
A little bit.
Right. Did you do anything else in the evening?
No, then I'm going to try and get some sleep.
And we spoon. No, okay, not really.
Veritor is the
I
great
think Veritor
Dane.
would have to be the big spoon.
No, absolutely the little spoon.
Curl up into a little Dragon Ball.
Aww. Tanzanite, what do you get up to over the night?
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but only a few people died in the battle, and no one is down in the hole anymore. They carried everyone out, right?
Just really quickly roll a perception check.
Okay.
It's not a high DC, it's super low, but just in case you're...
Hoo-hoo, well, I rolled a low. Perception. But that's good, so 8. Still an 11.
No, it's fine. You needed a 10 just to pick up on this. They're not leaving that hole unmonitored, and you can see multiple times a changing of some sort of scouting group that goes in and out, but they're not. They are to the quietness that you all were able to succeed in going down there, as an elephant is to an ant in terms of their noise. You definitely pick up on this is perimeter checks and such, but there's no way anything down there doesn't hear them as they go up and down. So but it's fairly frequent. There's at least, by an easy count, especially where just with an 11, there's probably 5 or 6 groups that go down at any one point. As one comes out, another is ready to go in, and just kind of a rotation of folks who are maintaining security.
Mm-hmm. In that case, I want to go to... I basically want to go to those who perished and just be near their bodies / be near the not the infirmary, but like where they're taking everyone, just to be there, because I know that I'm the goddess of death, but I'm still not totally sure what this means, and I'm like, death, gotta be near death at least, right? So trying to be near that.
Okay, go ahead and let's just have fun with this. Roll a wisdom check, and we'll put it on a random table.
A wisdom check?
Yeah.
Okay. Up here. There it is. Okay. Is this still on like a D20?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just picturing Tanzanite like walking around, like nudging unconscious people with her foot, like, oh, still alive, and like walking to the next one.
Let me know if you're gonna die. This is not good. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
This isn't necessarily about being
Good or bad. Yeah.
This is just some ridiculousness. So I'm just pulling in some
Work never. That should be a side spin-off show. Ridiculousness with work.
Who knows? It might
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Oh no.
Yes.
I just found your next gamer tag.
Ridiculous. I'm
like
adjusting everything at this moment, right now, shutting down the show. We are having ridiculousness. Okay, so based on what you said, an 11?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need you to roll a D100 now, because that was in the middle, and the middle was a random chance thing.
Okay, so let me get that out. So this one, and is it this? I think it's this. Yeah, okay. Okay, it was a 10 and a 9, so that's 19?
19. Yeah.
19.
19. So with a 19, okay, so this is sitting there for a while. You don't really notice anything, but what you do notice is the particular rituals of these people when it comes to death. You don't notice anything about the dead being, but you do get to witness the preparations that the family members are coming in, and there is it's a little strange, because initially how to say this in a way that doesn't seem cruel. the corpses are kind of slathered with mud, and then the mud is subjected to extreme heat in the form of various gaseously intensified burning. So it doesn't smell great. And then as the clay becomes heavier and stronger, you see that each dwarf has been cast in clay, and then they start to fill the cavity. They leave a little space to fill the cavity with some sort of substance. There's some sort of preservation technique going on here. And it's just interesting to watch the mechanics of what happens here. And at the same time that there's the mechanical pieces, what they're actually doing with the body, there's also a kind of humming noise that's coming deep from the throats of the people who are doing the preparations. And that these people look like all of the various people here, young and old. Many are in various states of mourning for their loved ones. Others, as you see them place their loved one in scenes of repose, some of them do make their loved one look peaceful. Others try to pose them more heroically. And it's just kind of an ongoing thing that takes a little bit of time. And unless you had anything specific you wanted to figure out in that space and place, they continue doing that. And you might even fall asleep to the deep reverberating sound as they lay their loved ones to rest in this ritualistic way.
No, I don't want to interrupt anyone, but I will definitely, like, seeing that this becomes like a very ritual, and like you said, with like the humming, I definitely would probably go into like a deep meditation, you know, try to just meditate and then possibly even just fall asleep there.
Amazing. Okay, so I want you to do one last thing for me. Just roll a religion check as you fall asleep.
Bye-bye. Mm-hmm. 17.
17. You with a 17, when you fall asleep, you think you see a being in your dreams that speaks to you and asks if you're going to maintain the balance. And in their hand you see scales, and as kind of the last thing you see as you're sleeping, the wind, there's a etheric wind that picks up, and the cloak that they're wearing brushes up, and you can see that their body is skeletal in all ways, and you think you recognize them for a moment, possibly, but then you're awake, and it's a new day, and everybody is up and at 'em.
Now, when you say scale, do you mean like a fish scale or like a scale? Okay, great.
Balance scales.
Because my first thought when like
word.
scales, like just like fish scales falling, and then I was like, wait, no, that's not right.
Scales of justice.
Yeah. I think that you would maybe think you recognize this, and from some of the other folks that you've dealt with, and it seemed to be a bit of a deific query about where you're going to stand on the laws of nature and death.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dun, dun, dun. You're all awake now.
Hello.
The day has begun. It is yours. You are underground at the Mead place or nearby. For those of you who took a bit of a nap, you can see already that the dwarves off rotation in the monitoring of the space down below have taken it into their hands in their slight boredom to slowly carve away at the entrance, and it's starting to look a little bit more official rather than a borne out hole in the ground. It is starting to look like a bit of a plaza is being designed in this time and space. One that goes down.
I would like to start a rumor among the people that the new neighborhood is named Asherton.
How much time do you give to this task?
Maybe just like
all day.
like a little bit in the morning, like as people are getting up, and like I would say it to like people who don't know who I am, so it's not super obvious what I'm doing, if that's possible.
So when because you went to bed first, and you're probably up first, and you have time before other people are up. So I would just like you to roll a general charisma check, and we'll see how efficient you are. Rumor mongering.
14.
14. And you said you gave 2 hours?
Notice how they didn't let me roll persuasion.
You're not persuading a specific person. I'm just trying to see if you can get traction.
Yeah, 2 hours is probably fair.
2 hours? Okay, so 2
I
hours.
think I was out before everybody else.
You catch a good swath of folk. About 28 folk are now down in this space, referring to it as Asherton. And you'll have to see if it catches on or not. Go ahead and roll a d20. If you roll above a 15, I'm going to say one specific person starts calling it that as well.
All right, Playbill. Got this dice from Comic-Con from the Playbill Bards panel.
Ooh.
Fresh.
17?
That works. So one of the people who starts calling it Asherton is Jill. Okay, so everybody else is awake at this point, and you kind of have the day as yours. What is everybody up to? What of the many tasks in your list comes
How about my
first?
tiara?
Yeah, I need to go get my.
Bitch, I want my jewelry.
Once I'm done affirming my fame by naming a neighborhood after myself, I'm gonna go get my gun if it's ready.
So are you two checking in with your group, or are you just going off and doing these things?
I'm gonna go to Tanzanite and be like, want to go get our stuff together?
Yeah, sure, yes.
Okay.
All right. So the closest.
But you're not
places-
telling the rest of us that you're going.
Are you still sleeping?
So the closest place is Jill's, so you'll decide if you want to go there or to the jewelry first. And Veritor and Trixie, you're also up at this point when people are splitting. So
We're gonna go get our stuff that we bought. If anybody would like to join us,
We need to find where Tiamat is at.
first I need my stuff. My weapon is at the blacksmith. I'm not finding Tiamat without that.
You should be armed. I'll accompany you.
Okay.
Okay.
Trixie?
And
Is there any food being made nearby?
the place that you got to stay the night at is not exactly a morning place. So nothing really truly
Hunger
close.
for breakfast.
You do recall from the previous day that down in the space where the jewelry was made, there were a lot of food stalls.
Okay, fine, I'll come with, but only because I'm hungry.
As we're walking away, I'm gonna turn to the proprietor and be like, "Thanks, the cider house rules."
Killing me. Okay, so you go to Jill's. Jill she's been working through the night on so many different things. She definitely feels the urgency in the air, so she actually did stay up to work on these things. And she does look a little bit haggard. She has
Jill has a
taken.
point of exhaustion.
She's got more than that, but
Oh no!
this is not abnormal for her.
But maybe we should bring Jill some breakfast.
She started off with a point of exhaustion before you all met her.
Row.
But you all arrive there, and Asher, she's laid out in front of you, not even laid out in front of you necessarily, but just there on the table is you can see that the centerpiece is still your original weapon, but it is much changed. What's the laughter over there? What's she doing?
Andy's wife Jill in the comments said Jill always looks haggard.
Oh jeez.
And Jill does have a bunch of kids, so
Yeah,
kids, blacksmithing, it's all the same.
Kids and blacksmithing, just life in general.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh, you all kill me. So you see this, what looks like, well, the center was your weapon, and now it looks truly strange. The how do I say this properly? They extended the end of it and created it's a little bit more awkward to pull out of a location, barely, but it is definitely a pistol still.
So it turned into like the revolver from Winona Earp. It's got like the big long barrel on it.
A little bit too long for the weapon. And it's inlaid with layers of gold, silver, and what looks like it might be platinum. If you would like to, it is a pistol +3. So if you go into your inventory, you can go ahead and add that in.
First, pistol and laser pistol came up. Can it be that?
It's always fun to have a laser pistol.
Pew pew pistol.
It's the pew pew and the pew pew pew.
The purple one?
Yes,
Pistol
the purple
+3?
one.
Okay.
Next to this, you see a few specialty rounds. There are 6 packs of 3. You're going to have to put these in separately because what these do in terms of ammunition is they each have a change to the damage type. 3 of these rounds are fire, 3 of the rounds are water, 3 of the rounds are lightning, 3 of the rounds are earth, 3 of the rounds are ice, 3 of the rounds are air damage, which is really thunder for our purposes, and 3 of the rounds, I hope I got through all of them, are necrotic. Oh, and 3 of the rounds are holy.
Oh, holy. Ooh. Fire! Sorry.
You're like the Hawkeye of the group now. Let me just pull out my trick bullet.
Right?
There's also a big old pile of ammunition right next to that, as well as a strange tool set up. And I think to speed things up, you find through Jill that this is a tool that she created for you to make your own ammunition when necessary. It does take a couple of hours to make the ammunition, and you will have to do some rolls to see if you're successful, but you can make your own ammunition, and you might even experiment with experimental ammunition. All right.
3 rounds of haiku rounds.
3 rounds of haiku. Short, sweet, and to the point. Somewhat obfuscating all the ideas. So, off down to the jeweler. Now, Jess.
Thanks, Jill. Bye.
Bye. Jess, what did Tanzanite intend with the jewelry?
Did I pay Jill? I assume I paid Jill.
You paid her already. Yeah.
How much was it again? Do you remember?
It was
did I
like
pay her in advance? I don't remember.
yes.
Yeah, it was.
You rolled for how much gold you had. Remember?
Yeah, it's already taken care of. I can't remember how much it was right now because I don't have those notes up right now because my monitor doesn't work.
And whose fault is that?
It was fine until I got.
It was fine 3,000 miles across the country. It just got to your living room and then it...
Sorry. I'm sorry I derailed. Sorry.
You derailed and you hurt me deeply. My squeaking eyes.
You really want to hurt me. Oh, you really want to make
so, Tanzanite, what was your intention with the tiara?
Okay, so
Other than embedding the diamonds.
So what I wanted was because we had two diamonds that were worth the needed amount.
Mm-hmm.
And then then somehow we got a third one though, right? Because my whole thing was I wanted to use my mother's tiara, and I wanted three stones instead of the one stone.
I gave you 2, so you mounted 2 into the tiara, and then I kept 1 for my spell.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
I have it wrong in my head. It was 2. So I wanted just instead of it coming down to a point with a gem, I wanted 2 tiaras, or 2 stones, kind of like right above my eyeballs.
All right.
And it was on my mom's tiara.
Yes.
Her funeral tiara.
Awesome. I think that. Well, you know what? Forget it. You arrived down there, and the jeweler has put this together for you. Go ahead and describe what it looks like now. What adjustments did the jeweler make based on your requirements that created it? The diamonds are there, and you describe it. Are they prominent? Are they hidden? What does the overall design look like? What has become of your mother's tiara that is now yours, and the diamonds?
I think what it was is that my mother's tiara was very, very beautiful, but very simple. And it just had it was just maybe a black or a really, really dark blue or purple with the diamond in the middle. Don't know why I said it so weird.
Metal. Your new accent
and
is coming
basically now I want it to be, maybe she took it and turned it into more of an artisan piece.
So
and
what does that artisan piece look like?
Maybe just almost like vines, but not vines. A bunch of she added metal to it, and everything stands out on its own, but all works together perfectly. And everything is supporting. If you were to remove one piece of the metal, it would all fall apart, kind of a thing.
Oh, like those rings where if you take it off and you unlink it, it falls apart. It takes so much work to put it back together.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like that idea. The tiara that is such an intricate, complicated thing that would just, if it was somehow mishandled some way. That's a cool concept. So yeah, you're easily able to recover that. It is complete. She also looks a little exhausted, the woman who has been the proprietress of the jewelry store. And she, as you finish the transaction, she turns away a little bit and goes, okay, gotta go take care of my husband.
Before you go,
yeah.
do you know where I could find somebody who is good at identifying objects.
I mean, I could probably handle it if you want me to.
I'm gonna take out the third diamond because it was weird, right? There was something weird about it.
Yeah, there was something weird about it. What was that weirdness? Monitors.
I just remember it was, I don't know what it was. It was just like, the rest of you're muted. There was like a coloration difference,
Yeah.
and but I don't know like what that signified.
Oh no, I do remember. Great.
I'm going
Yeah.
to slip away real quick and try and find a caffeinated beverage for this poor individual.
Yeah. Great. So she grabs the thing and is holding it in both of her hands, kind of just like holding it forward and a little bit. And she goes, "Oh, where'd you get this?"
From a diamond seller in the market.
Well, it's not from here.
I think he might have been from Overton, so maybe it's from there.
No, I have some. And she kind of like pushes aside some stuff and she opens that little box again and she kind of spills forth a few of the diamonds and she starts comparing and looking at them. Hers are much smaller than this one. This is unique. It's not. This is. You see a little monocle come down. Oh, this is valuable. How much do you want for it?
I think I'd rather keep it. I was just wondering, like, if there was, what was unique about it.
Well, you see that the monocle that she has, she kind of physically moved it first, and now like 3 of the lenses just collapse down all at the same time on it. She goes, oh, this is. Well, and she hands it back to you. That is not from this world.
Neat.
Yeah, very. If you ever
What would you-
design to.
If you had to like estimate the value of it, what would you say it was?
Well, it's here. It's rarity is a value. It's almost impossible to price, which is a little discouraging. I'm sure where it's from, it's valued at the same as a similar diamond, probably 500 gold or 300 gold, somewhere in that general range. But here, I think that you have a nice little find. You might want to bring that by some of these new-born deity aspirants and see what they say.
So it's like a glycerite diamond.
I'm
Okay.
sure. I don't know what that means.
Put it in my
but-
pocket.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm gonna like give her like a couple of gold for checking out the diamond for me.
Oh, much appreciated, much appreciated. And as you hand her the gold, Veritor comes back up with the ground something into some. It's definitely not like Overton knows what coffee is. Other places know what tea is. This place does not know those things. It's some sort of ground fungal thing strained through. It's not terrible. It's just not what you expect.
Is it that mushroom thing I keep seeing on TikTok?
Oh yeah. Let's call it like it's gonna be that mud water.
Mud water. Yeah.
Yeah. So you bring that over, and she just her eyes light up for a second.
Take care of yourself.
Oh, you're such a dear. And I gotta go, and she starts pulling down the blinds to her space. Trixie, could you roll a Constitution saving throw? You're muted, by the way.
Okay. Sorry, I was wrestling some papers, so I figured it would be better if I was muted. Con save? Okay. 19.
You resist. This entire time you resist. that smells like maple syrup.
Mm.
And what is that spice smell on top of it? And is that baked goods?
Rick, are you projecting?
Maybe. You know, somewhere close by is something delightful.
All right, I'm just kind of like, they're all talking, whatever. I'm just gonna kind of wander off and follow my nose.
Easily enough done. Just describe to me the food cart bakery that you come across and what they have and what draws Trixie in so easily.
Well, let's see. Okay. So it's gonna be a little bit of a think of like a classic New York food truck, like almost like a halal truck, but not specifically just halal, the ones that have like everything.
Oh, I'm totally thinking it's a Portland style food truck at this point, because it's like a little skanky on the outside, got a long menu, but there's a lot more junk in their little insides than showing on the menu, and you know it if you're a local.
Probably been on the news for like sneezing into the rag and washing the counter. Yeah.
If you're looking at it, on the right hand side is like a little display case with things dipped in sugar, but like in like the almost like the, what is it, the Korean candy, where it's just like the glass sugar kind of.
Yeah.
So it's various fruits, but also nuts. So at first I'm like, and then I see the fruit and I'm like, okay. And then on the other side, in complete contrast, but also like on sticks, are little what look like sausage rolls. So sausage on a stick essentially, but wrapped in like a puff pastry. So an elevated pig in a blanket. But I can tell because of my nose that maple syrup is incorporated somehow, whether it's in the sausage or in like the folded into the puff pastry. Yeah.
Maybe it's a little glassy on the outside and you're just like, wait, everything's a little glassy. Is that all? Is that a glazing process? Do we need to learn this? Yeah. So you find food easily enough purchasable for folks. You go ahead and grab what you need. I'm
going to get one of everything, and then I'm going to get one of everything but 2 of the sausage rolls.
All right.
And one berry looking thing that is definitely, hopefully not a nut for myself. And then I get one of everything else to bring back and give Jill a choice of.
Roll a D100. I just want to see what this random thing is going to be, because I do have a random treats table.
Of course you do.
I love that sound.
22.
Awesome. 22. So you...
Is it nuts?
No, it's so weird. All right. So 22. Cool. What you have, and the reason why you can't tell if it's a berry or not, is it's this tidily packaged collection of seeds that have been dipped in sugar and glazed over the top, and it's like a mini seed cake. But because of your roll of a 22, it has a +1 to initiative rolls if you've eaten it that day. So you now have a seed cake with a +1 to initiative roll.
Nice.
Nice. But everybody eats, has some food. We still have a couple of tasks to do. So what are you going to do? Are you going to try to connect with the Veriters folks? Are you going to try to go get the magic circle done? You're
muted, Jason.
Got excited.
I'm going to go fix the magic circle before I do anything else, because otherwise I will forget.
Awesome. So
If
do you
anybody
all
would like to come with
company?
me, you may.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go and try and find the other individuals that I saw in the meeting chamber there and see if I can get sorry, but see if I can get some information on where to find Tiamat at this point.
Yeah. And Tanzanite, what are you up to? Are you following them?
I'm actually going to go.
Triple split.
mm, I'm gonna go with Andy Fan.
Okay.
Actually,
So you join Veritar
Yeah.
in seeking out this group
Tanzanite
of
and Verita.
folks. So
Sitting
as
in the
you
tree. Oh, wait.
split up, following different directions, different information that is found, that has been revealed to you as helpful in finding your way to where you're going, it is therefore all the more amusing when you all reconvene in the same room, because there is both the magic circle that requires work as well as a gathering of your fellows Veritor in the same space. And it appears that, I don't know if you just meet each other outside the door. Let's say you meet each other outside of the big door.
Oh,
That
hello.
was fast work on your end.
No, the circle's in here.
Oh.
So we split up for no reason.
Apparently.
It was a nice walk with you, Tanzanite.
It was lovely. Yeah.
The door is currently closed. Are you okay? Not too long after you knock, you hear voices cut out, and
I'm going to just start opening it, figuring,
Oh.
I have this bracelet.
okay. So the voices cut out. There's a moment of pause, and then Veritor starts opening the door, and you see all 6 of the folks that you had met, minus the one who had been dressed in more platinum armor. They are not in the area, and as well as
Daddy abandoned you again.
as well as 7 folk from the killing me. As well as 7 folk from the local area, and it seems like there's been a bit of a council discussion going on. In addition to that, you note that there's no table here. Instead, there are chairs arranged around a big circle, and it looks like to you, Asher, that they've been using the location where the teleportation circle has been worked on and scribed day after day after day, that they've been using it as a meeting chamber as well. And you can see that you can actually go ahead and roll an Arcana check really quick. This is for Asher.
I'm gonna lucky that guy. Hang on. 12.
12. All right, so it takes you a little bit, and other people are going to have a conversation at the same time, but you've been working with these circles for a while. And so you're just kind of scoping out the magic circle, trying to figure out what's been going wrong with it. What I will tell you ahead of time, although please don't act on it yet, is you discover that one of the chairs has actually demarked the magic circle that wasn't permanent yet. And it's one of those things where it's like the simplest of mistakes, but it just takes so much time to debug it. And you finally debug it. For Trixie, Tanzanite, and Veritor, while Asher is kind of working on what Asher needed to work on, you may also be having discussions with the folks. But you get the sense quickly that the 6 are passing on their responsibilities to prestigious and responsible members of the society that is underground here.
I'm just going to go, am I not part of the council? Was I not invited for a reason?
You can see 2 of the individuals look at you and say, you're not part of this council, and as of now, neither are we. We have a mission.
We're on a mission from Gad.
And what is this mission?
Tear her down from her place.
Do you know where
Don't
she is?
let her rise. Well, once we get this circle completed, we will find out. So I believe that your friend over there, and they kind of nudge their head towards Asher as Asher is looking around, is here.
I'm gonna
to
say I'm like
solve a
walking
problem.
around it, like holding my hand. I feel like I'm reading it, but also like feeling the magic of it. Like one hand just holding over it, like walking in the circle around it, just over and over.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
So we need to enhance our abilities to see if we can't divine where she's at. Would you join us in a little ritual while he's working on that?
Yes.
So the 6 of them join you, and they begin to kind of instruct you, but you feel it comes pretty naturally. And as the 6 of them join you, you can feel the band kind of warm up a little bit. The closer in proximity you are to them, the more you feel that kind of. It's not an uncomfortable warmth,
Okay.
but it is a presence, and it's a reminder that this somehow connects you to these other individuals. And as that bit is going on, the other 7 individuals take a moment to chat with Trixie and Tanzanite. So thank you so much for your work. And one of them comes straight up to Trixie and is like, all right, you got to walk me through everything you did, because this was absolutely one of the missing pieces in our project. Now, I know you're from Overton, you're a representative of the government over there, and we need to make sure that we provide some sort of recompense for your time and expertise. So what would you like from us in order to learn about your methods and just kind of instant download to you?
I think they talk faster than you, Trixie.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't. I was raised to not, helping other people is not necessarily something that you profit from, at least when it comes to healing.
You can see their brow furrow.
I mean, I guess maybe you could set up like some sort of school or training, maybe you could take what you've learned and like set up something here that people could come and learn.
No, we plan to
also.
do that, but what do we need to do for you to gain your insights?
I don't understand the question.
One of the other members of this newly formed council says, well, we have to compensate you. It's how things work. There's an exchange, a trade, and if you aren't willing, we'll try to find someone. But would you at least give us a referral to someone who could be supporting us in this, and as allies, we would really.
Oh, yes.
They want to put you on retainer.
How about the person I studied under? Do you think that, because mine is.
Who is this? Who is this person?
My mother.
The other one next to him pipes up, like, oh, you have a mentor. Okay, of course you have a mentor. Yes. They're just kind of like talking at each other while you're trying to explain the situation.
My mother, Alana, in outside of Overton, but over that ways.
What do you think Overton would want in exchange for her services?
Ooh, I mean, maybe, I guess, allies.
No. We are allies. That was the whole component. We're looking for, like, what sort of exchange in terms of this allyship should we be looking at?
Can I
Should we
pull
offer
Trixie aside?
Yeah.
and be like, Trixie,
What?
hey, why
What?
don't can I help a little bit? For
Yes,
this?
I don't do this. I don't like. I don't
Okay,
like.
perfect.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go. Hello, everyone.
Yes.
On
Yes.
behalf of Trixie, I will be more than happy to arrange an agreement, a contract to be written up, and for all parties to be happy. And I can be more than happy to get you that within the day. We just need to
Excellent.
talk with our party, figure out what will be best, and then I can, discuss
What
with you
would you
further.
seek from our people? We feel we're at a disadvantage in this negotiation. You know what we need, and both defenses for above ground, but also this magic of health.
I'm gonna lean to Trixie, just be like, what if we just ask for like free room and board when we come to visit?
That works for me.
Okay, so all we ask in return is maybe a place to lay our heads, meals that we don't have to worry about providing our own compensation for.
You mean you want to establish a hold here? An embassy of Overton? Or
I'm gonna yell over to
fortress?
yell over to Asher. Be like, Asher,
Yo.
you got a second? Do we want a house here?
Is that on the table?
It is.
Like, for us or like for the town? Or
it would be an embassy for Underton.
Yes, and we will reciprocate with an embassy in Overton and Canyonville.
As he says.
Oh, but then that's not really the exchange. I mean, that would be a gift to. That's 2 gifts. That's 3 gifts to us for 1 gift to you.
I'm gonna walk over.
Do you
and
not
be
know
like,
how to trade?
So our
you can see like
interest-
3 of them are just like completely scratching their heads. One of them has his finger up his nose, going like, "These people are idiots."
It's rough out there right now, and our interest is in strengthening our alliance as a whole. So if we can help you to heal your military and your people better, that's better overall for the entire alliance. So we don't see that as a trade item necessarily.
It's almost more of a responsibility of ours as the people with that knowledge.
We believe that if we have the power to help someone heal or recover, that's our responsibility. It's not something that we sell necessarily.
At
least for
see
our
7
take some
faces
gems.
that look completely disbelieving.
And then after that, I'm gonna say, but if you want to give us like a bunch of new armor and weapons, we'd take it.
Yeah, and maybe like 1 more diamond worth like 300 gold. I mean, we'll take that as well.
Well, we're not rich in gems, but we are fairly good at armoring our people. And
I'm gonna like,
if your
could use a
people
new
look
shield.
like you, we can armor you.
I'm gonna like flap the lapels of my leather coat. Be like, yeah, this is getting a little ragged. It blew up in an explosion once. It's getting a little.
Yes, and are most of your people of your varied sizes and statures?
Oh, you're talking like our whole.
It would just be the.
Yeah, we're just talking about us. But
What?
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
just talking.
just the people in the immediate vicinity.
how about for now? For now,
You don't know how to negotiate. You're going to dishonor our people.
okay.
What do you want to give us?
How many healers do you plan to train with our help?
Thousands.
Would you help us to armor an equal number of our troops from Overton to the amount of healers we train?
We witnessed 2 healers save 40 people from grievous wounds, and all you would ask for in return is to armor and protect an equitable number of your warriors to those that we train to then save 40.
And a house.
You hear one of the people in the background say, "These people are idiots."
I mean, I did hear somebody talking about naming the new neighborhood in the tunnel Asherton. That would be a great honor for us.
And I go, us.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to just like give us some money or something? I don't know. Like, what makes you feel better? I think we have different philosophies here on what is required in this situation. So
let us get back to you. It's clear that, but please finish your work here. It is clear.
Oh, I found it.
there's-
Please don't put chairs on the magic circle.
Oh.
Somebody dragged a chair across it and screwed the letters up.
Oh. And you see one person in the back of the group just looks down.
I can fix it, but hang on. I'm gonna like take a regular piece of chalk and just draw a line like 5 feet away from the circle. Be like, no chairs past this line. Like a box like around the circle, like a square that goes around it.
And thus all magic circles are enhanced by the boundary of please don't step over this line.
And then I'll take out like my magic gem chalk stuff and inks and whatever and like fix the letter.
Awesome.
How long has the ritual been going? Have I heard any of this?
So I would say that you probably haven't heard most of this because you got pulled into this ritual. What I do want you to do for yourself is just could you roll a really quick Arcana check.
Arcana, okay.
And if you are doing anything to aid in the ritual, just let me know ahead of time. That will change the DC.
Well, that is an 8 altogether, a 2 plus a 6. So, yeah.
So, especially as you don't have anything that you're truly doing to aid in the ritual, what happens is you're not the first to notice, but the other members of this group are, as they kind of instruct you in the ritual, but also perform the ritual. Your pocket where you put that gem or that tool that gave you information about where Tiamat was, it is glowing and you don't notice.
Okay.
But the people with you, one of them points to your leg and says, What is that? Is that something's interfering with the ritual?
Pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
This aids me in finding information I seek.
And you currently are seeking
information on Tiamat's whereabouts.
And we are currently finding Tiamat. This could be good or this could be bad. Can you show us? So as you show it and you're holding it out to them, the little beads that were in it before that kind of pointed to people are now all pointing straight up.
Okay.
As you turn it and look at it, all those beads again rotate up and point straight up.
I think we may have found Tiamat. Is this ritual complete?
The ritual... The ritual was to allow us to be hidden while seeking. And kind of as they say seeking, you hear the roars and then the screams.
I'm going to be like, so about that trade, what do you got for God-killing weapons?
I am going to rush for the door.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you and the 6 follow you. You're all rushing up there. I think
My friends, this isn't your fight. I'm going to say to those three as I'm
yeah.
barreling out.
As Veritor rushes away, and it's gonna be really hard to follow Veritor and the six, but they are racing up the pathway up above, and I'm gonna take a moment to pause. Like Asher's kind of just finishing the magic circle as this happens. I'm gonna pause Veritor for a second. We're gonna jump back to you in a moment. So as Asher completes the circle and Tanzanite and Trixie and the new council are all there, the circle completes and you feel, Asher, a connection attempt just as you finish it. And you recognize the magical signal as one of the Githzerai. And the teleportation circle flares into being just as you finish it. And one of the Githzerai steps through. Oh, you have completed the work.
I did. Also, I think we're being attacked by Tiamat.
I will summon the others.
Thanks.
And
Should we help? I got a new gun.
as you hold this really long nosed pistol, certainly. Should we follow those? And it's kind of the Githzerai is just noticing the 6-7 individuals running up the tunnels, running out the door, run up the tunnel. Trixie and Tanzanite, are you doing anything in reaction to what's going on? Both the portal flaring up, the Githzerai arriving, loud noises and screams from up above, Veritor and his crew of folks running out the door.
I'm
Mass
gonna
pandemonium.
put my tiara on a little tighter and go, I don't know what's happening, but I'm ready to go.
I'm gonna take the seed cake and go. I just gulp right in my mouth, and then I take off.
All right. So all of you race up the tunnel. You're far behind Veritor. Veritor and crew, you all kind of heedlessly emerge up at the top, and you witness chaos on the surface. There is wreckage where once there was an airship. There is the farmlands
Well, not my ship.
around the area are raised, and high above you can barely make out the speck that is Tiamat, but that doesn't take the center of your focus. What takes the center of your focus are the dragons that are circling around and continuing to wreak havoc up here above. There are 5 dragons, and they are circling around, throwing down fire. There's a screech as you 6 or 7 emerge, and 4 of the 5 dragons turn up their heads and look up at what you recognize as Tiamat, high above, and they all streak off to the north, including Tiamat, except for the one last dragon, who has become quite enthralled with the idea of burning every last inch of field.
I am going to scream, Tiamat, you coward! Face me alone, mother! Even as I see the streak going.
Come back, mommy, come back.
Mama, come back.
How could you abandon me?
So, you have a moment, Veritor, right now to decide, and the 6 with you kind of all look to you at that moment. Do we follow, or do we stop this one? We can't lose her.
We stop this one.
Then that's what we must do, but we will track it down.
Yes, we
And,
will. But they need our help now.
Yep. And
Who
you
was ready
all-
to fight a dragon today?
Well, y'all better be, because that's happening. Yep. Okay. Cool.
Roll for
So
fire
I
resistance.
would like Veritor first to roll. What are you and the six doing? What are you immediately approaching this dragon? It's kind of
How far away is
probably
it?
like 600 feet away right now. Far enough away that you do have space, but it is on the ground. It has landed.
Yes, we
go-
are approaching it.
Awesome. Go
Not
ahead.
going all the way up to it, but at least within my spell range, most of my spell range.
Yeah.
100
Go ahead and roll a what do you call it? A
good
perception
question.
check, so I can figure out how much of the description to give you.
All right. Let's see. Perception. That is a 19.
19.
Ooh, nice roll.
Okay. So you have a perception check 19. I gotta go click buttons because it's always fun. So I think with a 19, you get a lot. You get a lot. So I'm going to look down here. This is just like the facial structure and everything just looks horrifying. It's got these swept forward horns that come past its own maw. It's got what looks like a huge underbite sort of look to it. Just a brutality and in its visuals, and the scale armor that it wears is this dull black. It looks like it would blend in well in a blasted marsh sort of space or ruins or something that just fits that whole aesthetic of something destructed. The eyes are deep socketed and it has broad nasal openings. That's just it's a black dragon. It's kind of its face itself just resembles a skull with segmented bones that are and the horns themselves, which are bone colored. You can see the flesh around its horns and cheekbones is very saggy, as though it's been eaten through by acid. And there's layers of hide that just kind of create this skeletal appearance up another notch, another level. There's spikes and horns. Its tongue slips out as it wraps around some sort of structure. It uses its tongue, and this drooling slime just seems to eat away at that structure, leaving nothing but rotten material and vegetation and fouling the farmland that it's around. This dragon, like the other four that were down here, were focused and responded. This dragon seems to look for the weakest and easiest victory, which right now is inanimate objects, but you can see around it where there were farm animals and other creatures. This of the 5 dragons that were here, not including Tiamat, this dragon didn't go for anything armored. Nothing around it looks like it had a chance of defending itself. This is definitely something that looks to the weakest of the enemies first and terrifying its foes. So I think overall you get the sense of what this creature looks like, and you have a sense of what some of its capacities are. So now what I'll have you do is roll initiative, and just
All of us are just Verder.
everybody. Let's just get this going. Let's get the ball rolling.
That is a 16 for me.
Okay.
19.
Nice.
Oh, I no longer. Oh wait, initiative. Shit, no.
Initiative.
Sorry,
17
dirty
for
20.
me.
Sorry, dirty 20, not 19.
I don't even remember where is it?
I no longer have advantage on initiative, but Didn't need it this time.
Oh,
Oh,
there
guys,
it is.
I
Okay.
have a terrible idea.
I love it.
Why every time? 15.
It's better than no idea.
Did you add your +1 from the seed cake?
Mm-hmm. I rolled a 9,
Okay.
and I have a +5, so a +6 is 15.
Tanzanite, what'd you get?
17.
All right, so we are ready to start. Ooh. Well, that's tough. That's very tough. Okay. Good luck, everybody.
And away we go.
So, using initiative order, Asher, you're deep in the tunnels. You can hear the noises. You hear the pitch of the noises change, and you see people rushing against you into the tunnel, making traversing up it very difficult. What are you doing, and how are you trying to overcome the rush of beings headed inside?
Just how am I getting out while they're rushing in? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, you're moving against traffic. New
I'm
York
just gonna
is
like
42nd
squeeze
Street.
over to the side and just like push up the side as much as I can, like trying to not occupy the middle of the tunnel.
All right, just really quickly, it's probably going to take you another round to get all the way up to the top, but let's see if we can shorten that to just a single round. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check if you can, or if you think
Actually,
it's
you know
something
what?
you'll be doing
I'm
more.
gonna say, no time for running. Need to get me out of here. Here bad, over there good. And I'm gonna dimension door outside.
Sweet.
So cool.
Nice.
You're outside, and you have that second to see the same thing that Veritor saw. You see this terrifying,
If
frightful.
Trixie's with me, I'm gonna grab her hand and pull her through with me. I don't know if she
Trixie,
was
would
though.
you have been close?
I mean, it depends because I feel like I would have reacted as soon as
Like
soon
either
as
of them,
I saw.
Trixie or Tanzanite. I think actually no, Trixie ran off in front of me. That's right.
Yeah,
But if
because
Tanzanite's with me, then I'll pull her through with me.
I quick.
Tanzanite?
Yeah, take me with you.
So both of you poof into the middle of the space. You can see this horrific beast, and as you both poof into space and have that moment there, you can tell that nothing living is currently within 120 feet of it. You, like Veritor, are around 600 feet away total, but nothing living is within 120 feet of it. And there are, it's a mess and horrifying to see. Asher, do you have anything else you're going to try to do? That was like a bonus action, right? Dimension door?
Dimension door is an action, I believe. But let me
Okay.
check.
So that's an action.
Yeah, one action.
Okay.
Bonus actions. Is anybody hurt or anything? Yeah.
Near you?
Yeah, I like it.
Everybody did.
There's a lot of people
They're
who
dead
are
or
rushing
running, I'm
into
assuming?
the tunnel
Okay.
who were injured, being dragged along. It does not appear that anybody up on the surface is visibly. There isn't anyone who's alive. And if you want to roll a perception check to see if you catch anything, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, also just like objects in the general area
Okay.
up to a large size. Oh, that's a perception 25.
So yeah, looking around, you don't see anything that's appears to be living at this point. Anything that's living has fled, either down the tunnels or off into the wilderness of this island, this large island, but still an island. You see the wreckage of a lot of different structures that the folk below used to create their farm. Nobody lived up here. But the largest object you can see is actually a remnant of the airship. It's about 45 feet away from you. There's a large metal box or it appears to be metal. It might be stone. It's hard to tell. But that is the largest object near you. Otherwise, it's the wreckage of various farming implements, of means of transiting things around, like wagons and such.
Okay. I will say, even common things sometimes have a bad temper, such as this object, and I will animate the big metal stone box.
Awesome. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
I assume it's not close enough yet to attack the dragon, so it will just fly with me.
No,
No.
it's just going to be a race there if that's where you're headed.
Is Trixie near me?
Not at her turn yet, and she
Okay.
has to figure out how she's going to get out when it's her initiative turn. So that's the rough thing about initiative orders, such as life.
Okay, I'm done for now
Tanzanite,
then.
you're next up on the initiative order after this. You all that are above, those of you who are above, so everybody but Trixie, sees the black dragon exhale this acid, and it goes in a 90-foot line as it just turns its head, and you can see what little remained of the structures and the farm space in that area just melt away as it just truly, like, you've seen acids at work, you've seen acids used in experiments, you've seen acids used in jewelry making, you've seen acids used. Acids are useful, but this is way faster than those acids would ever be. And that just pouring out of this acidic breath, arcing 90 feet, hitting an area 10 feet wide, is impressive and a little bit annoying. All right, so then that takes us to Tanzanite. What are you doing?
I'm reading through all my things, trying to decide what I want to do. I would like to I have all these new things and I just don't know. Okay, I'm going to channel till the next turn. The next time your ally hits the cursed creature.
What is the distance between Tanzanite and I and the dragon? Just out of curiosity. 'Cause it
The
was...
two of you to 600 feet.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm still 600 feet away.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to use my action, my bonus action, all those things. Ooh, no. I'm going to, I'm just gonna book it. I'm just gonna run.
Okay.
Just to get closer.
All right. So you're just running 30 feet closer, or are you running and action?
30 feet closer,
60?
and then my bonus action, I'll run again.
Good dash.
A dash.
A dash, okay. So yours within 60 feet. Okay, so then Verider, you're up next.
I am going to summon Draconic Spirit at 5th level. And bring up that
Awesome.
dragon. As it appears, it'll be metallic with an acid resistance.
Awesome.
And as it appears, I'm going to command it to attack every chance it gets.
And there is a notable difference between what you all see, except for Trixie, who's still underground, because initiative order is evil. There's a notable difference between the size of Verider's summoned dragon and this dragon. This dragon is enormous. This dragon rivals Bahamut that you saw underground in size. But so you summoned your dragon. What else are you up to?
All right. And then I will spend 2 sorcery points to do a quickened spell, which turns it into a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll pull out a tiny ball of bat guano and some sulfur and do a fireball at the dragon.
What is the range on a fireball?
150 feet.
You are not close enough
Okay.
for that to hit.
All right.
Remember, 600 feet away. But
Got any teleports?
You can prep it and hold it if you want to, or you can.
Then I will just run closer. Try and
Okay.
get closer.
All right.
I thought the 6 of us, myself and the other 6, had already been running forward.
You're a tiny bit closer than, but he mentioned Dord, which is like cheat mode. He cheat coded his way to catch up to you.
No problem.
Yeah, man.
Hi, man.
Well, my dragon and I are rushing forward.
Awesome.
Running.
That takes us to Trixie, and
Hey!
you are in this crowded hall. People are rushing down, but you're little and you're spry. What are you doing, little and spry?
Tell me that you're jumping in the air and running across heads.
Actually, no. I am going to run sideways along the wall, though,
Whee!
because I can.
Because you're a monk.
So yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna back up against into a somewhat open space and then just Men in Black it through the
Oh, see, I
Lincoln
was
Tunnel.
Sonic the Hedgehog brain.
Oh.
I was like, shoo.
Also, yeah,
Batmobile.
yeah. Yes.
Great. So you run along the edge of the wall. What is your total distance that you can move?
If I include Step of the Wind,
Yeah, sure.
that would be 180 feet.
Holy crap.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so you pop up out there with everybody else and then are the first in line if you want to. It's up to you. You would be about 520 feet from this dragon if you chose to use your full movement.
I would get up there just to assess the situation. So I will use that key point to Step of the Wind. Boop, 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 features. Wait. I always trying to Why doesn't it use it down here? It absolutely should have it here. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay. Okay. And then I'm just going to I'm going to hold not actually hold on action, but I'm going to wait for everybody else to catch up. I feel like I vaguely I don't know if I can retcon this, but as I would have run by Asher, he probably would have yelled out to me. So I'm gonna
So you're going to stop by us? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, I'm gonna stop and wait for you to catch up to figure out what it was you said, because I heard you yelling, but I didn't catch what it was. Oh my God, wee! Come on.
So yeah, so you're within 520 feet. You're probably the closest living being to this dragon right now.
Yay! I'm a target.
As you approach, the other 6 folk that were with, as well as the Githzerai, they all race forward and they kind of make a defensive arc with Trixie on point right now because nobody else can get that far that quickly. Even the Githzerai using their teleport weren't quite able to get that close. But all of you approaching very quickly. Asher, you're at the top of the order. What are you doing?
Am I in shouting distance of Trixie?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Shouting
be
distance.
Can we
yes.
have free action conversation?
Sure. I'm happy to pause while you have a free action conversation.
Trixie,
Yep.
do you want to be a giant bird to fight a dragon?
Sure.
Hang on, what is the range of polymorph?
That might be a good thing to check first.
So she is currently about 60 feet from you.
Okay, so the range of polymorph is 60 feet.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna pull out a caterpillar cocoon from my pocket, and I'm gonna say, "That's a big dragon. You wish you could fly too. Go kick that thing's ass." And I'm gonna polymorph her into the rock that we were using to fly.
Do you
get tens of
smell?
miles.
No.
Which I will send you. I have the stats here. I'll send them to you.
Sorry. Rook's
Yeah.
like, what did I just get myself into?
So Asher, you have the information on that?
I do.
Okay, cool.
I also sent it to her already.
Awesome.
Chaos
there you go.
ensues.
All right, you are a rock, Trixie. You are a rock. You are an.
And then I will use my movement, and my box will continue to move with me. Can I? Wait, no. Never mind. Wait. No, that's not a thing. I was going to ask if I could like leap onto the box and use its movement to go further.
I mean, you couldn't go further, but you could ride the box if you want to.
Nah, it's fine. I'll just run my 30 feet.
All right. This is the dragon's turn, and the dragon is finally. God, these wisdom throws have been killing me. Noticing you all,
Especially the giant ass bird over there.
Yeah, that actually helped a lot. I kept just having really crappy wisdom rolls, so I was like, yeah, this isn't going to happen. So it is going to... It's going to try to close the distance with you all, and it starts taking off, but in a low flight, it flies towards you, and it is now only 300 feet away from Trixie. And it rears back its head, spews acid all over the place once again, not quite getting to the 200 mark away from you, Trixie, but again melts away and creates the most unsafe terrain possible right ahead of it, and is done for now. Tanzanite, what you doing?
You muted.
You're muted.
Sorry. I am going to call forth my spiritual weapon. So that would be a... I'm going to call it forth at 3rd level.
Okay.
So that's my action, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then my bonus action.
Wait, is the calling of that a bonus action?
I think moving it's a bonus action. But I think to bring it up was the action. We discussed this last time, and I'm
We
still...
did, and I couldn't remember, and I need to go back in and look because I want to not mess it up, because I feel like you're hamstringing yourself with the wrong idea, and I'm just not sure. So you're casting spiritual weapon. It's a spell. It is a lot of happiness spell. So it is a last a minute. It's a bonus action to cast it. It's a bonus action to use it. So it's all bonus action. So you still have an action.
An action.
Yes.
Okay. So my...
Where are you going?
Action is... Where the heck? But I cannot use another spell as my action, right?
You can use a cantrip because cantrips are actions usually, unless they're a bonus action cantrip, but you can use a cantrip because you just used a bonus action spell.
Okay, I'm going to just keep running. So my action...
So 60 feet of movement.
Yep, another 60 feet.
Beautiful. So you get a little bit closer. It's really interesting because like you're all moving forward. It's trying to move towards you. It's like this. It's about to be that merge of enemy and heroes. That takes us over to Veritar. Veritar, what are you doing?
I'm jumping on the back of my dragon and having it take flight to go 60 feet closer.
Beautiful. So you're staying neck. Tanzanite people are catching up to you, or not Tanzanite. Trixie people are catching up to you. Getting caught up. Trixie, it is your turn, I believe, unless Veritar has anything else he's going to do.
Nope.
Okay.
I I am going to take a second to kind of like shake myself out and adjust to having wings because this is new. And I'm going to attempt to like what I would like to do is try to take off, and then I want to almost immediately start. Well, actually, I guess my first question would be is, do I roll a perception check to figure out what the weather is? Like, are there clouds? It's what time of the day?
The day is clear.
Okay.
The wind is a slight breeze.
Okay. Then I'm going to start flying straight up so that I can get higher than the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And since you said they were flying low, right?
Yep.
Is there still only one sun?
There's still only one sun.
Okay. Because this is what I would like to do is strategically place myself.
Fly from the blind spot of the sun.
Yes.
Okay, easily enough done. Since you're
Thank you.
using how much
articulate
movement do you have?
I have 120 feet.
120 feet. So yeah, you're easily able to get to that position, and that would give you advantage on an attack, like a strafing attack sort of thing.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't be able to see you. So.
Right,
Absolutely.
but I guess I would have to wait until my next to fly, like if I wanted to like dive bomb it kind of thing.
I mean, it'd probably like take you 60 feet to get higher than it.
So then to go up and then come back down.
So you're not close enough to it yet, but you are positioned well for that.
Okay, so I'm
You
gonna
could use your action as a creature that you are to fly closer to it, so that you would be within.
Oh, to use my action as a dash, or to dash as my action.
To bird dash, and you would be well within range next round.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, great. So you fly up, and you all see the rock for a moment. Gets up there. You're kind of wondering why it's flying the particular way it's flying, because it's trying to use the sun to its advantage, and it jets forward towards the dragon, kind of fiercely flying low.
If we ever needed the rooster to just crow in the background, but
This would be now.
Yeah.
Utilizing its legendary action,
Is that a reference?
Bird sounds, I don't know.
Oh.
the dragon is going
Oh,
to try
Elvis.
to check something. Missed. Nope,
What?
did not get that. And that
the name
takes
of
us.
the rooster.
Elvis was the rooster who I didn't tell you all this, but Rooster is no longer alive.
Oh no!
Elvis got too big for his britches, and some primordial beast of the wild said, "Ooh, you look tasty."
Oh no!
So Elvis is no more. The
Circle of life.
6 folk that were with you, Veritar, each of them have taken their own kind of stances. They're standing back where they were, kind of like creating a bulwark and waiting, a little bit more defensive. But they are marching forward. They're not moving with quite the same speed that you were. What you all notice, I would say that because of Trixie's interactions with them, but also Asher's interactions with them, and a little bit of Tanzania's interactions, is the Githzerai suddenly just disappear. And they reappear right around the ancient black dragon and immediately begin trying to do something. You can't quite make out what it is at this distance, but they're trying to do something to contain this creature. And they are both within, there's 2 of them, by the way, that came through with the second one. They are both within 30 feet of the creature and trying to do something to contain it. And that takes us up to Asher.
I'm still 300 feet.
Yes.
All right. Hang on. Spells. Polymorphed. All right. I'm gonna be like, 10 tonight. Do you want to get close with me to the dragon?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab her by the wrist, and then I'm gonna say, shoot.
As you say, shoot.
I can still get there. Another door through space time bring us to our friends, and I'm gonna dimension door within like 60 feet of the dragon so that we can do stuff.
Okay. As you get within 60 feet of it, you notice that there's this presence around it that is truly, truly overwhelming. And I need you both to make a wisdom saving throw, or you will become frightened for 1 minute.
Okay. Does my box come through the door with me also? I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's fine this way.
Doesn't matter because I'm terrified right now. Wait, Lucky.
And you said a wisdom?
It's a 19 you need to save.
Woo!
Rurik, you said?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
I give the number to you now so you know how.
14.
Use a feared.
Oh, here we
So
go.
at the end of each of your turns, which your turn is going to be soonish, or this is your turn. At the end of your turn, you will be able to roll another saving throw to see if you are able to end the effect.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Hey.
So that fear passes over. You feel it, but you are now immune to the dragon's frightful presence for the next 24 hours.
Nice.
I did not
Dragon.
pass the saving throw at the end of my turn either, so I'm afeared.
Okay. You are feared, so you will use your movement to run away. It's the ancient black dragon's
Okay, so I like come out of the dimension door and I'm like, bad idea, and then I just run the other way.
So 30 feet. Wait, dimension door is an action, right?
Yeah.
So you have 30 feet of movement.
Well, dimension
and-
door is 500 feet, so I can get like right under it from where we were. and
Oh,
then-
you went right under it.
Or
Well, you said you were 60 feet
yeah,
away.
like 60
Yeah,
feet.
within
Yes,
so
it's 60. So I'd say you're like 90 feet from it by the time you stop.
panicking.
You're out of
Breath.
out of turn movement.
Okay.
So the ancient black dragon is going to take and it's going to breathe acid on everything around it, which is really focusing on the Gith's Awry, which means I think Asher and Tanzanite, you are safe, but they need to succeed on a dexterity saving throw. They both failed. One failed epically, and they are going to take 15 d8 acid damage.
Wow. That's a lot of D8s.
I'm glad I ran away now.
I'm glad I'm taking acid resistance.
You watch two ancient beings who are trying to help you out melt as acid eats them away to nothing.
Maybe I trust their intentions a little more now.
There are no longer Gith's Awry, except for one that you know of, on this plane of existence. So there's just one left. That takes us to Tanzanite.
Great. I'm going to Misty Step my ass. As far as it'll let me. Oh. Well, it doesn't get me much. Oh, okay. I know what I'm going to do.
You're going away, or because you're near it, you're 60 feet close to it right now. I'm happy if you tell me what you're doing.
Okay.
You just watched the two Gith's Awry from up close and personal. Really, you were only 30 feet from them. Turn into puddles of goo.
Run away.
Okay. So I'm 60 feet away.
Yes.
Oh god, I have so many bad ideas.
I wish I could polymorph us all into giant birds with a lot of hit points.
Okay. Okay, here's my bad idea. All right, so I am going to Misty Step 30 feet closer to the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So let me mark that off. Okay.
I'm so nervous.
And then I'm going to run the other 30 feet. No, 15 feet should try to get under his tail, so like under
Okay.
him. So he like can't see me because I'm underneath him.
Roll a stealth check.
Okay. Okay. Stealth plus 4. 21.
Hey.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
And so now you're under it.
So I did my action, which moved me, and then I did 15 feet of movement. So for my bonus action, I'm going to move my spiritual weapon right
We'll say that
on
it caught up with you.
top of his head, like over his head.
Okay. Roll the
And
attack. Just roll the attack.
Great. So that
Stealing
was
my ideas.
second level was my third level was spiritual weapon. So okay, that's not great, but
So your spiritual weapon, the attack roll should be +8 for your spell
Yes.
attack modifier. So whatever you rolled on the d20 +8.
plus 8, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17?
Misses. You can see your spiritual weapon trying to stick, and the scales just repel it easily. It's not
Okay.
even denting. Is that your turn?
Yep, I think that's all I can do, and I'm gonna just hide underneath him.
Awesome. So it's going to use its legendary action to see if it can find you. It can't, so you're still hidden. And now it is Veritor's turn.
How close am I at this point? I don't think I'm close enough to do anything, but
You are quite close, and I think that you got close enough with your flying and everything. You're probably 120 feet away.
okay. And I have a few things I can do. I am going to okay, so I am going to at 4th level do a fireball. No, that's 150 feet. So you said I'm 120 feet away? Yep. Okay, I'm going to do a fireball aiming for its mouth.
Awesome.
So, like, I'm trying to put it inside of there.
Eat
So,
fireball, biatch.
All right, give me a second. That is fireball.
Need to get me some fireball.
17.
Do you
I
though?
gotta see what I got to roll for this. Hold on.
Do you need me to help you, or are you okay?
I'm looking. No, what do I roll here? 20 and
So what level are you casting Fireball at?
4th level.
4th level? So you get to add so it's a dex save on my side. My
Yep.
dragon has to do a dex save.
17. Yep.
They rolled a natural 20.
Jesus.
So they made the save, but that doesn't mean it's over, because the target is going to take half as much damage. So that's 8d6 fire.
Yep. 8d6.
So we're
All
gonna
right.
take half that.
So, all right. Let's see. That's 7, 4, and 1 is 12 so far. Plus another 22. So that is 34. And you said 6?
Yep.
Yep. So that's it. 34 damage.
No, it was 8d6.
Oh, wait. 8d6. So 2 more. Hold on. Plus another 6 is 40.
Okay, so 40 and half is 20. It takes 20 damage. You see that fire kind of like hit, and it's not the perfect hit because it does move out of the way. The head moves just out of the way in time, and you see it catch some of that fleshy, leathery skin that's been eroded so many times by its own natural acids that it's become this like sheet on its cheeks. And you see some of that catch on fire for a little bit as it doesn't quite move out of the way fully, and it flares up as the acid catches fire, and it takes 20 points of damage.
And then I will do 2 sorcery points to do the same exact thing. Another fireball.
Okay, and it's
That's
going to
a-
try its dexterity save as well. It did not succeed this time.
So it's the full damage. Okay.
Yep, full damage.
All right. So that is 16. 17 plus 5 is 23 plus 8, 31.
Get him.
And 41 altogether.
Awesome. So it takes quite a bit of damage, but it doesn't seem to be affected that much by the damage that it's taken so far. It's kind of like shrugging this off like it's nothing to it. But you can see the spite and hate in its eyes, and it is going to again use its legendary action. No, it can't yet.
Okay.
Yes, it can. It's going to use its legendary action to try to spot the being bully, just in case it can. It still failed. Cool.
And then my Dragon is just going to try and get closer because it's been commanded to attack.
Yep.
So
Getting closer and closer. Trixie, it is your turn.
Okay, and I'm 60 feet above it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to use half my movement to dive bomb its head, specifically aiming for the snout, I guess, like the front half of its head.
Yeah.
And I am going to use the talon attack. I guess my question is, because I haven't DM'd, I'm trying to understand. It says hit, and then it shows a number, and then it shows like a certain number of die per plus a number.
Yeah.
Which do I use?
The first one is the number you add to your D20 roll. And the second ones are the actual damage dice if you successfully smack it.
Well, but it says plus 13 to hit. And then when it says hit, there's a number, and then there's
Yeah, it's plus 13 that you add to your D20 roll.
right.
So
And
roll
then
your
there's
D20, add that.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know how this works from a.
It's very much the same. It's just written out.
Okay, so that's a 26.
26 hits.
Okay.
And now you're going to roll the hit dice, which is 4d6 plus 9 slashing damage.
Okay, so what's the 23?
That is DMs who aren't interested in rolling, or it's not
Got
an
it.
important enough thing to roll.
It's like an automatic hit.
It's the automatic neutral. It's
Got
like
it.
slightly
Got it.
less than average.
I understand. All right, so it was 46 plus. Sorry. It went flying. Okay. 19. Should have done the automatic. Actually, it might be the same. Wait, hold on. 22.
22.
Yep.
See, that's why the hit is 23, is because it's like
It's about the
slightly
average.
below the average. And it's
Okay.
pretty normal for it to, the regular rolls to be the same thing. So
And
it takes 22 hit points of damage.
yes, and now it's
And
grappled.
it's grappled.
And then I want to use
Has
the
an
beak.
Escape DC of 19.
Yes.
So it's going to be trying to escape on its turn.
Okay. And then I specifically want to aim my beak attack for the closest eyeball.
Go for it.
Okay. Ooh,
Get him.
that is a 20 or a 32. 19
That
plus
hits.
13. Okay. 4d8. Okay. Why? All the different dice. Must make sure to grab the correct dice. I should have done this while it wasn't my turn. I'm sorry. Ill
Mhm,
prepared.
mhm. Oh,
Okay. I don't usually do things this way. Okay.
Feel prepared for your party member to turn you into a giant bird.
Okay. Wait, what? Hold on. Sorry. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Math. 16, 22, 26, plus 9. 35 piercing damage to the eyeball.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, that definitely does not feel good. The dragon's going to definitely be tossing its head back and forth, but it's not its turn yet, and throwing a fit. So that takes us to the top of the order. Dragon's not got time to look around for anything, so it's not going to waste a legendary action. So that is the entire crew of Veritor's kind of compatriots, having seen what happened to the Kith. They all turn to each other and grasp arms, and you see them seem to shift, somewhat similar to Veritor summoning a dragon to aid him, except they all seem to become draconic, or more so draconic than they might have already been. And there's a second where like they seem to be paused, and then suddenly they're up close and personal with you all. They're actually within 120 feet, similar to like how Veritor got, and they are all casting the same spell. You can see it in how they're acting in unison.
Please don't let it be fireball at the head.
Fireball! One of them yells out, "Don't be under it!"
Oh dear.
And then you see
Oh boy.
lightning arc from 6 different hands into this giant black ancient dragon.
Oh dear.
And it did not make any of the saves. Oh no, it made one of the saves. So one lightning bolt just kind of like glances off into a different direction. And this is very entertaining because that's a lot of damage. But that's what you'd expect from a group that worked together for so many centuries. Okay, so...
I feel like they're the Death Star. They just...
They kind of just Death Started a little bit. You can see the acid starts spewing out as scales burst asunder. And just because of where you're at, Tanzanite, could you just roll a dexterity saving throw to see?
Oh,
if you
just
can
because.
Just, you know.
maybe not die?
I would love to. Love it.
Yeah,
Roll
the only
high.
person with the resurrection spell.
Roll high.
I have one.
Roll high.
You also have luck points.
Hmm?
You
I
also have-
don't.
No, Jason can use them on other people's rolls.
No, I can't.
You
No,
sh-
you can't.
I thought
He
you
doesn't
can.
have that type of
Ah.
luck.
Son of a bitch.
But I also have a resurrection spell.
Where's dexterity?
Under the
next
D,
to-
dexterity.
Up,
Wait.
up
I'm
next
having
to
a wait. What am I
a
doing?
saving throw. A dex
She's
saving
blocked
throw.
it out
Okay,
already because she's
there
afraid.
we go. Yeah.
Blind panic.
11.
Oh boy.
Okay, well,
Wipe yourself off.
Goodbye.
You did.
the acid dragon is dead. Smoking, ruined husk that it is. Tanzanite,
I don't get any sort of like reaction thing to it.
let's do that. Let's give you a reaction. It is collapsing on you. You know you can't get out from underneath it. What, in your panicked moment, do you do?
I would call on my new shadow friends who have been around me just to encase me a little bit extra.
Okay, so let's call this a ad hoc holy spell for don't kill the cleric.
I just like grab him from the thing and just like a blanket. Be like, okay.
And so Tanzanite, I will
Take a
give you
nap.
the options.
Tell them a joke. They get stronger when you tell them a joke.
I'll give you the options. Tanzanite, you're gonna have to use a spell level
Okay.
to get this to happen. You choose what spell level.
I'm I'm gonna just go all out and use my 1/6 level.
Awesome. Okay, so that drops the DC by 6. So go ahead and roll a d20 and add your spell save modifier, which is a +4, I think. So you're
Yes.
gonna roll.
We're not gonna use you again. Ooh, much better. Okay.
Much better. Sorry.
That's not right, math. Oh, it is. 19.
19 plus 4 or
15 plus 4.
15. Beautiful. That is much better. Sadly, it's just enough to make it with only a few scrapes and bruises. So you are going to take a little bit of damage. I mean, sadly it could have been cool if her shadows fully protected her and made it really awesome. But you are going to take a bunch of d6s in
Good.
smushy damage. You are going to take 34 points of damage. And as that collapse occurs, at the same the 6 turn to you, Veritar, and say, "We have to go after her now. We cannot lose her." And they begin a ritual that you're very familiar with. They're summoning their own draconic spirits.
Okay. Then I will say, I appreciate your help, friends, but I have things I must do.
Bye.
Places to be.
Bye!
The six take off,
Okay.
and that is where we're going to
Good
end
luck.
this session, which went a little bit over.
Have fun
Sorry
storming the
about that.
castle.
Yeah.
But hope you all enjoyed our show. See you next week. We will be a pre-recorded session, but enjoy
So
yourselves.
we'll look like
And
this.
Thank you
Yeah.
all so much for having me.
Yes. Thank you, Andy.
Next week we'll all be in these same clothes.
Yes. Thanks, Andy.
Yep.
bye.
Thanks, Andy.
Okay, bye.
Bye!
Yay!